Just after 10:30 p.m. on Sunday, July the 28th, 2024, officers with the Marana Police Department were sent out on a welfare check. The call came from a woman who told police she had just received a disturbing FaceTime from her ex-boyfriend, 29-year-old Taton Dorfman. The screenshots she sent in told officers everything they needed to know. Taton had called her while lying in bed next to his girlfriend, 30-year-old Hannah Rogers. Hannah wasn't moving. There was blood around her head, and according to the ex-girlfriend, Taton kept repeating, quote, "I killed her, I did it," and even told her the dog lying beside them was dead, too.
Welcome to Love and Murder. Heartbreak to homicide. Thanks for joining us, AI Jane, Jensen, and Jessica, while we give you mini episodes for the month of December while Kai is off. She will be back, full-time, in January. Even though we're your hosts, Kai has researched and written every single case herself. Before we jump in, a quick note. This show is powered by the Lamb Fam over on Patreon. Patreon.com/loveandmurder. When you join, you're not just getting bonus episodes and ad-free listening. You're literally helping keep victim-focused storytelling alive. Also, Kai is still posting episodes, hosted by her, in the Patreon during December. Just last week, she posted 2 bonuses, so if you miss her hosting and if you want to be part of the victim's voice, while also getting extra cases that are waiting for you right now, then head on over to patreon.com/loveandmurder and choose a bonus tier that fits. Patreon.com/loveandmurder.
Now let's get back into today's case.
Those screenshots were enough to launch an immediate emergency response. Officers were also told that Taton had multiple weapons inside the home and had been contacting people on social media saying he planned to kill himself. When officers arrived at the house on West Mosquito Drive, in a quiet Marana neighborhood, about 20 miles northwest of Tucson, Arizona, they knocked and announced themselves, but Taton refused to come out. The home belonged to Hannah, who had only lived there with Taton for 2 to 4 months. Neighbors later said the couple was quiet and kept to themselves. They'd never heard any arguments or fighting.
They didn't make any noise. We didn't hear any arguments. No fighting. They were pretty quiet neighbors.
Hannah was described as the kind of person who lit up every room she entered. Her sister-in-law Rochelle Rogers said,
"If you knew Hannah, she was a beautiful, smart, and funny woman. She lit up rooms with her smile. She was caring for all life. She will be deeply missed by all who knew her. We are still in disbelief that this has happened."
Around 11:40 p.m., officers began waking up nearby residents, knocking on doors and urging them either to leave or to stay barricaded inside.
They were knocking on the door, saying there was a situation and we want to leave or be barricaded in our house. And they said don't come out, just stay inside.
Another neighbor, Daniel Glazer, said he heard something outside, not quite a gunshot, but close enough to jolt him awake.
What we heard was basically an explosion outside. It did not sound like gunfire, and then opened the front door and saw SWAT a few houses down.
With Taton refusing to come out and officers aware he could be armed, the Pima County Regional SWAT team was called in. During the hours-long standoff, negotiators got Taton on the phone. He confessed again, telling them he had killed Hannah and planned to kill himself. Shortly after 3:30 a.m. on July 29th, SWAT finally convinced Taton to come out. He walked out of the house and was taken into custody without any injuries, though officers noticed he had blood on his hands and face. When officers went inside, they found exactly what the screenshots had shown. Hannah was on the bed with a single gunshot wound to the head. Her dog was lying dead beside her with the same kind of wound. A handgun, the likely murder weapon, was on the floor near the foot of the bed. Officers reported that there was a large amount of alcohol and drug paraphernalia scattered throughout the residence. Taton was arrested and charged with first-degree murder and animal cruelty. His bond was set at $750,000. On August 15, 2024, he appeared in court via video for his arraignment. An attorney was appointed, and not guilty pleas were entered for him. Over the next year, the case moved slowly through the courts, finally going to trial in 2025. Prosecutors pushed for a first-degree murder conviction, while the defense tried to distance Taton from the intent required for that charge. His attorneys told the court the killing was a tragic accident and argued that Taton needed a mitigated sentence, just 10 years, because he had children to support.
Shouldn't he have thought about that before he murdered someone?
Despite being charged with first-degree murder, the jury found Taton guilty of second-degree murder in September 2025. At sentencing on October 20, 2025, the courtroom was filled with family from both sides. Taton, now 30, stood before the judge and tried to explain himself.
I'm not a killer. I'm not a murderer.
Hannah's sister-in-law, now Rochelle Fernandez-Rogers, also spoke. Her statement wasn't angry, and it wasn't what many people expected. She told Taton she forgave him, saying,
I just realized in my heart of hearts that if I didn't forgive him, it would just eat me alive from the inside out, and I don't want to live that way, and I don't think Hannah would want us to live that way.
Ultimately, the judge sentenced Taton to 16 years in prison, the maximum sentence he could impose under second-degree murder, because prosecutors had not included any aggravating factors, for which they later stated they regretted. For the cruelty to animals charge, Taton received time served.
I can't believe this. He murdered a woman and then bragged about it on a FaceTime call. I know her sister-in-law forgave him, but what about her brother? What about her parents?
This case started with a welfare check and a set of screenshots that no one should ever have to see. It ended in a courtroom where a grieving family chose forgiveness, even while acknowledging the devastation of what was taken from them. Hannah's family now carries her memory forward, still in disbelief, still missing her, but determined not to let the violence that ended her life define the rest of theirs.
That's all we have for you in today's Midweek Mini. What did you think of this case? Come tell us in the Patreon or in the comments below, because you know Kai will definitely want to read your thoughts when she checks in. If you want more episodes waiting for you the second you finish this one, head over to patreon.com/loveandmurder. That's where the bonus cases, the extras, and all the behind-the-scenes chaos live. Plus, your support helps keep this podcast going and keeps these stories centered on the victims where they belong. Patreon.com/loveandmurder.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you on Friday.